Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on HTML. And right now we'll be discussing about HTML ID attribute. The HTML ID attribute is used to specify a unique ID for an HTML element. You cannot have more than one element with the same ID in an HTML document. Don't you forget, you cannot have more than one element with the same ID in an HTML document. Don't forget that. Using the ID attribute. The ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. The value of the ID attribute must be unique within the HTML document. The ID attribute is used to point to a specific style declaration in a style sheet. Is used to point what? To point to a specific style declaration in a style sheet. It is also used by JavaScript to access and manipulate the element with the specific ID. The syntax for ID is write a hashtag character followed by an ID name. Then define the CSS properties within curly braces. In the following example, we have an H1 element that points to the ID name my header. These H1 elements will be styled according to the hashtag my header style definition in the head section. That is, as you can see, when we are having our opening and closing style tag in our header, in our opening and closing header tag, don't you forget inline CSS is here, right? Then to specify an ID in HTML, you will use hashtag in your CSS along with what? Along with the name, the ID name. This is it. This is the ID name. Don't you forget. So that's what we are doing right now. So I want you to understand one thing here. We want to, let's say for instance, we want to style our H1 tag. Definitely we want to style this text, right? Definitely we are using ID. When we are using ID, definitely we are going to use hashtag in our style. The hashtag along with what? Along with our ID name. So hashtag and ID, they work together. This hashtag along with what? Along with ID, they works together. So, and then don't forget, when you specify hashtag in the CSS, you won't need to specify hashtag in the HTML. You just need to write the name after the hashtag. So quickly, let's do this. But before we go, note the ID name is case sensitive. The ID name must contain at least one character and cannot start with a number and must not contain white spaces, types, and so on. It must not contain it. Don't you forget, the ID name must contain at least one character and cannot start with a number and must not contain white spaces, tabs, and so on. It must contain at least one character, cannot start with a number. So don't you forget that. And it must not have space. So that's what we want to discuss about. So let's quickly get to our document and see how it works back to what we have in our previous tutorial where we discussed about how to use our CSS, our class, our HTML class name in our HTML class name inside our JavaScript to hide our HTML element. This is the code that we have earlier, so you can check our previous tutorial on our HTML and JavaScript where we discussed about class, HTML class. You can find the playlist on the HTML class attribute. Yes, class attribute. So quickly, let's do this right now. What we want to do is that we want to create something along with what? Along with ID. So we will specify the color, we will specify the style property with what? With ID name. So let's quickly delete all this. We don't need them now. Delete this and delete this. So quickly, inside our style.css here, inside our style here, opening and closing style, we are going to have hashtag. When we have our hashtag, you can say good. You can call it good. When we call it good, opening and closing for our curly braces, we can do it like this, so we can see what we are doing clearly. Just give it background. No, let's give it border. We haven't know what we want to write. We already know what we have what we want to write in our mind. One pixel solid red. So when we give it one pixel solid red, then you can come here, write your P. When you write your P, you can say wow, it works, and come here and just give it ID. When you specify ID, you can just put the good there. Save your document and come back here and reload. Can you see? Wow, it works. You can see border around our P tag now. So let's say we want to give it background color. Let's say quickly, let's give it background color. Background color. Let's say we give it blue violet. Save your document and come back here. Can you see? Let's say we want to give it color again. You can come here, give it color, and give it white color, and save our document and reload. Can you see what we are having? So this is what I want to show you guys today. As you can see, we use our hashtag. So let's say for instance now you change this hashtag to capital letter, it will not work again. When you reload the document, it will never work. Or else you change this one also to capital letter, they must work along with each other with the same way. Can you see it works now? And again, you must not use like one. It's impossible. As you can see, it shows red. When you use one there like this, it will never work. It will never work. Can you see? It doesn't work because, and you must not use space like this. Maybe you do like this or you do like this, it will not work. So let's reload. As you can see, it's not working. So that's what we have here in our document, that you must not use space, tab, and also and so on. So it must look neat and case sensitive. Let's reload our document and have it. This is what we have. So anwar akorede ayofe is my name. I wish to see you guys next time. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. To the next